What's up, this is Jake with Hike 734, and today I'm hiking the Danneon Trail at the Whitefish Mountain Resort on Big Mountain. The trail starts out over by the Hill Roaring Saloon and works its way up, switchbacking through some trees before heading east for a while, gradually wrapping up the mountain and then just kind of working its way all the way to the summit. And then on the way down, I snuck over to East Rim, and then I went over to Flower Point as well. The trail starts out in between Hill Roaring Saloon and the events office, and starts out in the open area and then quickly dives into a really cool forest, just with some nice tall trees and just really cool, nice understory there, and just switchbacks its way up through the forest there, crossing over a road, which becomes a fairly typical exercise throughout the day. But yeah, just nice. And then it finally comes out to Big Ravine, where it crosses over the ski run, and then get some really nice views looking out. And this is the typical trees, and then open into the ski runs for a while. And but it crosses over a seasonal creek, but it was still running here in September, and the colors, oh man, have just been wonderful today. Just so many varieties of oranges and purples and yellows. It's been super great. After going through the trees again, it busts out by the ski run Tony Matt, and here you just have to make sure you look uphill, as there's a bike trail that crosses over. And yeah, from there, just the trees just keep getting bigger, and it starts to really open up in this area. Yeah, just lots of beautiful colors up and down the slope and amongst the trees, and just, yeah, as the trail works its way up, pretty definitely steady. It works its way up, but as it works its way up, it just kind of bops in and out of the trees, and then out to the open, and then just more and more colors, crosses over some little tiny creeks here and there, and the trail's just working its way across the mountain, crossing the ski slopes, and working its way east for the most part. And once it passes the Inspiration, it gets in the trees, then it goes over through a couple of other ski runs, Hogan's and Hogan's East, and that's when the trail really, well, first of all, it gets amazing views looking out towards the Swan Range for sure, but then it starts to turn its way up and start heading north, and enters in just this wonderful canyon. For those that ski this area, like Russell Street and stuff is down below it. But yeah, here it just kind of traverses the hillside. It's gradually gained some elevation, but some really cool cliff areas, just upslope, and then just looking out across to the ridge on the other side. And just, once again, kind of going in and out of the trees. So it's just kind of a nice mix of just changing between, open areas in the brush and everything before dropping to the base of a chair there. And then kind of working its way, and it's cool as I worked my way along the trail there and just kind of came over up along the run is called Moose, and it's just really nice just working, and the colors in here were just fantastic. And then after a short little stint there, once again kind of more in the trees, and then crossing what would be a Jeep trail in the summer here, but gradually working my way up to the base of the T-bar. And right along here, just past the T-bar, with its amazing, amazing slopes. There's just so much amazing burgundies in here. But the trail passes the junction with the Flower Point Trail, which I will get to in a little bit. But I stayed left, and that just kind of works its way up along the slope underneath the T-bar and kind of crosses a few times. And a lot of the same, just tons of huckleberry bushes that are glowing, and just a lot of just kind of back and forth as it works its way up past there, and then eventually passes the top portion of the Flower Point Trail, which once again I'll get back to a little bit later on, and then just kind of continues up, just a lot more of the similar, because as you get higher, just the forest gradually changes, and so do some of the slopes there, until once again passing another little loop. This is the East Rim loop, which I came and did a little bit later on. But once I got past that, I just came out to what is informally called the Ant Hill on the backside of the mountain here, and just kind of worked my way just on these big open slopes, and you're getting really good views of the Summit House here, and this is kind of the last little bit. There's a big snow fence there. Yeah, it just traverses with just awesome views looking down on the run called Momentum, and yeah, just gradually works its way Just up to the top, and it's right below the summit, kind of just south of it, and then it's kind of the victory lap with a nice gentle grade, passing a couple of these mule deer here, all the way up to the summit. And this, once you're at the summit, there's just awesome views looking out towards, you know, Glacier, and then north all the way into Canada, and then south from the deck is just fantastic. And then I went ahead and turned around and started working my way down. And on my way down, I went ahead and took the little loop that just kind of went out on East Rim, and that's just really, really pretty, just looking, you know, just more views looking out in the valley. And it's just such a great vantage up here. And then after that, I rejoined up with the trail and continued down, and then took the Flower Point, which loses a little bit of elevation before climbing up, and then it goes to a saddle between Flower Point and another ridge. And I took the 2/10 of a mile trail to the left, and worked my way all the way up to the top of the Flower Point chairlift, and just really cool views. And this is really great because you're looking down into Canyon Creek area, and just, yeah, it's just really just a neat valley down below. And then came back down to the saddle, and then just continued, and here the trail actually climbs up on this neighboring ridge. And all along the way, there's a bunch of different ways you can kind of peek out over into a canyon, in the Canyon Creek area, and it's really fun because you can just, you know, you're right along the edge of it, so there's, you know, views for days. And it finally gets to the top of that and then starts working its way around. And this area was really cool with, you know, just tons of huckleberries underneath a real, just kind of an open forest, lots of birds eating huckleberries, you know, just bright red underneath. It was just really pretty before it wrapped around and joined back up with the Danneon Trail. And what's really cool about this is if you come early enough in the fall, and obviously all summer long, you can actually ride the chairlift up and then hike it down, or you can hike it up and then take a chairlift down. It's just a small ticket, and if you have a season pass, you can go ahead and ride it. And if you're with a group of people where, you know, some of you want to hike and then other people want to mountain bike or do other stuff, there's a lot of really cool things on season with where they have zip lines and mountain bikings. They have some shops and just a bunch of really cool activities for really people of all skill levels and ages. So it's just a really cool experience in the fall. There's huckleberries to pick. I'm actually starting kind of in the summer, so lots of cool things to enjoy, and just a really nice hike, you know, all around. And so, yeah, anyways, but you know, it kind of changes as it gets later in the fall, like it is right now. So you want to make sure you're checking with their schedule just to see what's going on. But anyways, overall, really cool hike, amazing colors. I hope that I've shown enough of those. But anyways, this is Jake with Hike 734, hiking the Danneon Trail at Whitefish Mountain Resort on Big Mountain. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe on YouTube and head on over to hike734.com for more goodness.